Oh, do not attempt to adjust your dial. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum. It's your boy Big Vern. This is App Stupid, the fastest growing sports and entertainment show on these YouTube streets. You're welcome. Holla at us. Yeah, holla at us. It's your boy Big Vern coming to you live from the App Stupid Studios. Act like you got some sense. Smash the like button. It goes a long way. It helps the channel, and we appreciate you for doing it. So in our last segment, we talked about Syracuse football. How good are they? I don't put them as a B team or an A team in the ACC. They're more of a C team, and they can be a season spoiler for some people that they get at the end of the year. So keep your eye out on that. Then we talked about Oregon. Are you sold on Oregon? Having to play Oregon State this weekend. The first two games, they didn't appear as dominant, and definitely against Boise State, they got beat up on the ground almost by one guy. That was insane. So shout out to them. Then we talked some California Golden Bear football. Why the Golden Bears are one of the sneaky, dangerous teams in the ACC nobody's talking about. Legacy media isn't covering them at all. And so, going from the ACC back to the Big Ten, this one hits close to home for me. And what do they say? A hit dog will holler. Is Indiana a sneaky good team? No, we are not. I am an Indiana Hoosier fan. I make no bones about it. I root for my squad all day long, but I'm not delusional. I'm not someone who says, oh, we are in that C bracket. Look, I get it. There are no bigger marks than football fans. You hear me say that continuously. However, you have to taper your expectations. I don't know why people don't do that in football, but basketball, somehow people suspend all sense of reality. Cignetti is better than Tom Allen. Yes, it is good to see some wins on the record. However, you're in the new Big Ten right now, and this isn't going to cut it. FIU and Western Illinois. They have been dominant games, but it's against FCS schools. You're supposed to do that. I'm not telling you anything that you don't know. You have to go to Brentwood this weekend and you play UCLA. You get to see what Eric Bieniemy and Deshaun Foster have lined up for you. And if Indiana makes it out of that game, now you got something. But playing the Charlottes of the world, Western Illinois, FIU, it's not going to cut it. That's not going to cut it at all. And I'm an Indiana Hoosier fan. And I approach everything with just being level-headed. Because after this game against UCLA, you have another game against Charlotte at home. You should beat them. Maryland comes to town. This is the conference now. UCLA will be a conference win or a loss. However that thing's going to shake out. We'll talk about it on Monday, as always. But Maryland, that's another conference game. Northwestern, another group of unknowns. Do I think that you can win that Northwestern game? I do. I do, Hoosier fan. I don't know why Nebraska's ranked. Honestly, what happened? They played Colorado. They played a 4-8 team last year that's not picked to do anything in the Big 12 conference this year. And off of that win, they got a ranking. I think California's resume is better. With the Auburn win, I think Cal deserves to be ranked over Nebraska. Just being honest with you. Anyway, I think Kentucky can beat Kentucky, Jesus. I think Indiana can beat Nebraska. That game is in Bloomington. Washington, they have to go to Bloomington. I think he's got enough to beat them. Michigan State, that's not happening. Michigan, that's not happening. Ohio State, that is a drubbing of epic proportions. And then you get a rivalry against Purdue at the end of the year, the Purdue Hood Rats. I don't doubt Kurt Cignetti. Good coach. He is a good coach. But what's going on in this scheduling? I really don't get it. Give me a quick 20 from an unofficial sponsor of the show. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. Yes, BK, have it your way, because you rule. Order online, download the app, or visit the good folks at your local Burger King. BK, have it your way, because you rule. So looking here at the schedule, if Indiana is able to be 8-4 on the year, that would be huge. That does a lot in recruiting. That gets a lot of kids that's going to fit your scheme going forward. That's going to go ahead and preserve the NIL, where you're not doing resume shopping for kids. You're more getting the kids around the country who have some experience in the scheme that you're running. So shout out to you all. If Indiana goes 5-7, that's going to be a bad year. That's going to, because you didn't play Oregon. That's going to be a bad year for you all. And I'm just like, okay, cool. So you didn't play Penn State. You didn't play Oregon. The meat of your schedule is the back half, because you don't know what Michigan State is going to be. You know who Ohio State is. Michigan may figure it out by that time. And then after you play those 3 gauntlet games in a row, there's Purdue, your rival, the Purdue Hood Rats. They're waiting to pick the bones. I just don't know about it. Give me a rap album to close this out. It's your boy Big Vern. I know you ain't gonna believe this, but we got another rap album we're promoting this month. LL Cool J, The Force, in stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My favorites on the album is Spirit of Cyrus, Saturday Night Special, Black Code Suite, Passion, and The Vow. Many more. LL Cool J, The Force, in stores now. And shout out to James Todd doing this thing. LL Cool J, The Force, in stores. Yeah, I love that album. Anyway, back on Cignetti. I think he's a great coach. I think he's doing a phenomenal job. I like the up-tempo offense where they're playing fast now. They're not thinking about the offensive sets. I like the establishment they're trying to build in the run game. Again, there are a lot of positives to point to. However, you can't lose your head and say, oh, we can beat this team because they used to play in the Pac-12 and they didn't play any defense out there. And a lot of teams thought that, and then they got their asses whooped. So, again, we'll be watching Saturday. We'll make our prediction. I think that Indiana is a good team, probably a C-tier team in the Big Ten. They're a C-tier team. The way the schedule is set up this year, they don't have any kind of season spoiler for people with aspirations of making the Big Ten championship game. I figure if Cignetti can get out of there at 8-4, that's tremendous. He can go 6-6, okay. But if he goes 5-7, yeah, this thing starts to look a little bad. This is your boy Big Vern. I could, like I say, I'm never gonna sit up here and say, hey, look, I got all the answers because I don't, but the good people of Bloomington do. Am I being overcritical of Kurt Cignetti? Let me know in the comments. It's your boy Big Vern.